Even as Dr. P. Raghuram is with us, let me just go across to him and then I'll circle back to you. There are plenty of challenges and the biggest aspect is implementation. Dr. P. Raghuram, very rightly, the citizens of our country, all of us put together, had we not cooperated, we would not have been in a situation where, compared to the entire world, we have been able to fight COVID-19 far better. With 80% asymptomatic cases, there are experts who are saying that perhaps 50% of the population will have contracted COVID by the end of the year, and maybe about 90% of us would not even realize it because somewhere we are asymptomatic to the disease. Somewhere we seem to have understood or we seem to have a better immune system or ability to fight. And demographically, we are a younger nation. So all of these aspects are contributing. Should we use this to our advantage and then move on? Is that possible?
Good morning, Anand. Thank you for having me on your show. Yes, absolutely. I think whether it is because of the fact that we are a young nation, whether we have better immunity, we seem to be doing well, despite the fact that the cases are going up and the fact that the cases will significantly increase further. The point is that the case fatality rate is around 3%, which is much lower than many other Western countries, which is upwards of about 14%. And what is heartening is that the recovery rate is close to 50%. So we are doing well, and
Yes.
the Prime Minister has, in fact, paid rich compliments to the healthcare fraternity and the frontline workers, and he said with Seva Bhav, Seva Bhakti, which is integral to the Indian ethos, he said that we are all collectively as a nation fighting this war. He said that this is a long road ahead and we should be vigilant. And the important point is, even today and in the not too distant future, we must not forget the importance of social distancing, personal hygiene, and wearing a mask. He has also alluded to the Ayushman Bharat, which has touched more than 1 crore Indians. And in fact, on the eve of completing his 1 year in office during second term, he has very clearly stated that in times to come, the emphasis will be on healthcare. This is a very welcome statement made by our Prime Minister, because with India is just spending about 1.5% of its GDP on healthcare, the fact that India will now focus upon improving the healthcare infrastructure is really a welcome change. And I think if we are able to focus on this,
Right,
we will surely be able to improve the healthcare in our country. And this COVID pandemic has brought to light this very fact. So that's what I wanted to
Do you believe
say.
over the last 68 days, Dr. Raghuram, over the last 68 days, a large part of our country has also become a little more health conscious? The Prime Minister talked about yoga, talked about breathing exercises that will automatically strengthen the lungs and also the trachea while improving our immunity. He talked about Anulom Vilom, he talked about Brahmari, he talked about Kapalbhati, and he said that these are all practices which have got a scientific implication. What it does is internally makes you more solid. So there is an infrastructure push externally, but it's also about structurally strengthening yourself to be able to fight with this disease, to build some resistance.
Absolutely. I think yoga is very good. I practice yoga and meditation, and I think it has got enormous benefits. And the Prime Minister has done very well to emphasize this fact, and he has been emphasizing this for a number of years for now. And I think this is the time that we need to strengthen our immunity, so that if we, God forbid, COVID-19, we get infected, then we are able to fight and we have better immunity to fight with this disease.